to the storm right now. Clifton, Creston, Warrensville, Lansing, moving towards the east, towards Jefferson. Jefferson is right here in the center of the screen there. You can see this purple box is going to be a tornado warning. The yellow box is what we're looking at. That polygon is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect through 12:45. That's another 45 to 50 minutes, but we do have about a half hour with this tornado warning storm now. As we take a look at our velocities here, and we are going to get a look. There's some range folding that's happening here with the radar, but let's take it back and I can show you what I have been watching here closely. So as you can see, southeast of Bristol there at the corner of your screen, notice how you have a little bit of green, a little bit of red. Notice the lightning intensification there. We're seeing a little pop moving over Mountain City, continuing to drift off towards the east. A slight little nudge towards the south and the east towards Clifton. And we're sort of losing a little bit of data here as it continues to move towards Clifton right there. But that's going to be the area that we could have some possible rotation for a tornado, some rotation in Ashe County for tonight. Regardless, we do have a strong cell that is moving through central Ashe County right now. This is going to continue to move off towards the east near Jefferson, highways like 221 within the next half hour. So Clifton, heads up, get to your safe place as soon as possible, as we do have this particular storm here overhead. As we take a look back at radar here, you see we have a cell that we are tracking. I'm gonna let that loop there for a second as I continue to pull some more data into the system. So we have a tornado warning storm that is moving to the east right now at about 30 miles per hour. So 25 to 30 miles per hour with this particular storm through Ashe County. I'm not seeing any storm reports. I am seeing some wind damage reports coming in right now, some tree damage from this line that's continuing to move into our mountain zones as I speak. But as for that, let's take it back to radar, as we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 4 a.m. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 12:45, and we have a tornado warning in effect until 12:30. And we are looking at some possible rotation right in near Clifton right now. This is going to be just west of Clifton, just north of Creston, where we have that possible rotation. So I'm gonna stop radar just to reset it here, and I'll put another storm track on it. Let's go right in here, take it out about 30. As far as the screen will go. So we're looking at moving through central Ashe County right now within the next 10 minutes, continuing to move towards Nathan's Creek by 12:12, Furches by 12:19, Dresden within the next few minutes. So get to your safe place, take the storm seriously, and this is not the only one, as we have this tornado warning storm moving to the east. So we have the severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 4 a.m. and primarily overnight, the storm potential is going to be for the mountains, western North Carolina through our mountainous areas. That's going to be Avery, Watauga, and Ashe counties, and points north and west of our counties in the mountains. Now, we could have some storms drifting through the foothills, but by and large, most of them overall will move in a general direction towards the east and northeast for tonight, as we have a line of storms just to our west. So this is going to last for a few more hours to overall severe weather risk for tonight, as we have this line of storms back to the west that are continuing to move out of Tennessee and racing towards the east and northeast. So right along places like Bristol through Knoxville, East Tennessee, continuing to move into western North Carolina throughout the overnight. And the atmosphere certainly does support the potential for severe weather for tonight. Typically, that severe weather is winding down, especially around the summer months after sunset. However, we have seen rounds of severe weather over the past few weeks. And this time around, we're dealing with severe weather even after midnight tonight into the wee hours of the morning into our Tuesday morning, primarily once again for the mountains. So I want to get back to the severe thunderstorm warning, which is possibly producing a tornado. Do not have confirmation, but this is on radar indication that we do have a possible tornado. Now, they are going to likely shave back this warning and cut off western Ashe County and primarily focus on central and east Ashe County up until about Jefferson and points east of Jefferson. So we just got an update with the tornado warning. It's still in effect until 12:30, but the warning has since been shaved back some. So it's been condensed as we continue to see this one cell that I am watching very closely right now for Ashe County. So as of 11:53, we have that severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado moving towards the east at 25 miles an hour. Places that could be impacted will be Jefferson, West Jefferson, Lansing, Ashland, Trout, Clifton, and Wagner. So you want to make sure you take cover, get to the lowest floor of your home. If you have a basement, you'll want to get there. And not only just for this particular storm that is showing some signs of weakening right now, but it is still considered to be a tornado warned storm at this time up until 12:30. We could see that warning be canceled, but right now we do have an ongoing tornado warned storm that is moving through central Ashe County now. There is that potential for rotation once again, but it is continuing to move towards the east at 25 to 30 miles an hour. And I want to take another look at the velocities in terms of the wind, because really not seeing a whole lot there. It looks like we are trying to get a little bit more rotation there. Didn't have much not too long ago, but I am watching this area where we have these lightning strikes. That will be the area of concern right over near Clifton. So if you're listening to me there, stay in your safe place away from windows and doors until this part of the storm passes by. But really, this is where we also have the rain as well as some potential rotation right near Clifton. And it's pretty confined between Clifton, Lansing, Jefferson. I'm going to check and see if I have anyone has sent any reports in, and I'm not seeing any storm reports. Let's see. Storm reports coming in from, let's see, I see in southwest Fitzpatrick, Virginia. No, not close enough. So not seeing any storm reports coming in from Ashe County as it stands right now. Let's switch it over and see if I see any more data coming in. Nope, no more data coming in terms of, or at least some information that I can pass along to you. But Clifton, stay there. The storm is continuing to pass you. Warrensville, as I zoom in a little bit closer here. Dresden, Smethport, Jefferson, West Jefferson. Let's do another storm track. Now we'll start with this one here. Soon it will be out of Ashe County. So Jefferson's still on track for another 5 to 10 minutes. It's not a slow moving cell, so 25 to 30 miles an hour. Nathan's Creek in about 10 to 12, 13 minutes. And moving towards Ore Knob, coming in about, say, 15, 20 minutes. And overall, the risk for severe weather tonight will be confined to the mountains. As we look at the area shaded in yellow, you see Boone there, the top left corner of your screen. Back towards Bristol, back towards Asheville. All of the areas shaded in yellow will have a better chance for severe weather until at least about 4 a.m. We could have an isolated shower after 4 a.m. or storm, but the severe weather risk should begin to wind down during the wee hours of the morning. And as I show you radar here, notice how we have several clusters. As I zoom in, this is going to be right along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line, where we have the bulk of the storm activity for tonight. And these areas have been hit hard with ongoing showers, heavy rain, lightning, and these green boxes are what we could see in the mountains overnight, and this is going to be that risk for flooding. Also, the yellow polygons, this is where we have ongoing severe thunderstorms. So this is a strong line that's moving towards the mountains for tonight. It could break up some, but I do anticipate some severe weather during the overnight for the mountains, especially for our western counties of the viewing area. And a tornado warning is still ongoing for at least 22 minutes for central Ashe County tonight. And taking a look here, just waiting for my computer to load. So right now we have Clifton. The storm is now moving past you. And just know that with radar, there's a slight delay. So where we're seeing some possible rotation, it could be a mile or so east of there, just because there is some delay when it comes to the data being transmitted back out to TV from the radar site. So as this data is coming in, but I can see that this cell is weakening. We don't have that classic configuration when it comes to looking at some possible rotation on radar. So nothing is glaring right now when it comes to a tornado being produced at this time. And so I am seeing really weak rotation, not a whole lot of data right over this area. But what I do know is that we do have a possible tornado based on radar indication, based on the warning that is still in effect for tonight. And it looks like that warning is going to ride out at least until 12:30. And I'm not seeing indication that that warning is going to be canceled. But overall, that rotation is weak, and it does not scream there's a tornado touching down on the ground. And I'm not seeing a lot of lightning with it. The lightning has also really dissipated at this time. Rotation is, not pronounced at all, really. So it is something, it's certainly a contrast if I rewind radar back to what I had been looking at approaching Ashe County. And notice right here by Mountain City, let me see if I can draw something here just to give you an indication. So right in here, towards Mountain City, and moving east and slightly turning towards the southeast into Ashe County now. If you kind of follow that and notice how it really just sort of breaks up, really broad rotation. Lightning is not as pronounced. We're losing some of those indicators that would indicate that we're maintaining some level of rotation with the cell. So the warning is still in effect, and notice how that cell is really starting to really bottle up and weaken as it's now moving towards, should be right overhead in Jefferson now, and 221 Nathan's Creek. You're going to start to get a little light rain here soon, some steadier showers. The rain is not overall heavy either with this cell. And when it comes to that potential for a tornado, just be mindful that even once this cell, even though this cell is passing now, we still have a line of some strong storms that could be impactful overnight. Could be noisy, lightning, heavy rain, wet, soggy conditions into Tuesday morning, and this is going to be confined primarily for the mountains overnight, and then we'll have another batch of some stronger storms possibly in the metro and north of Charlotte for Tuesday afternoon, and those showers and storms could pop up as early as about 2 p.m. On Tuesday. But for now, we're watching some late night storms in the mountains tonight as this line continues to move to the east. And notice this entire polygon here as you have it stretching all the way back to North Alabama. This line continues through Chattanooga, up into Knoxville, east of Knoxville through Bristol, Tennessee, and approaching our area overnight. So we're going to be watching it closely throughout the overnight into early Tuesday morning. So up until about 4 a.m., we'll have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our 3 mountain counties for tonight. We could have an isolated cell or two drift into the foothills, but most of the storms out there tonight should turn more so towards the east and northeast and really stretch right along that boundary. I'm going to switch it back over to radar if you guys just bear with me, let it load. And this should be about it for this tornado warned storm at this time. As you see it here, we do have some rain that's moving in from Watauga County. If we can get these showers to continue for Watauga County into Avery County through tonight, this could help stabilize the atmosphere some, because the atmosphere is unstable. There's enough instability to support storms throughout the overnight. I know many of you may be caught off guard when you think that, oh yeah, in the summertime storms weaken, you know, after 8 p.m., but that's not always the case. Especially when we're dealing with a system that's not what we typically see for the summer months. And that's what we've dealt with over the past few weeks. We've gotten some stronger cold fronts in that have pushed up or driven up the severe weather potential over the past couple of weeks. But right now, this storm should, at least this warning, should be canceled soon, as this cell is now moving towards Jefferson for tonight. I'm going to check and see if I have any data coming in, any additional data. They should be canceling the warning momentarily, but right now that warning is still in effect for a tornado in Ashe County until 12:30. So we have about 12 minutes left on the warning. I think they should be canceling it any minute now. So it just hasn't happened just yet, but I'll let you guys know as soon as that warning is canceled. I'm gonna look and see if I see any reports. I don't see any reports, guys, of damage from Ashe County. And I think we are going to wrap things up here. That way, since the warning will be canceled momentarily, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here on WCNC Charlotte, but continue to stay weather aware throughout the overnight. for the potential for severe weather. We could have a couple more storms turn severe, but this is the only one that has been tagged as a tornado warning storm moving through Ashe County. So we are getting some showers overhead in Jefferson. Right now there's going to be some lightning, could have some strong wind gusts. But this tornado warning is going to expire here very soon. As I'm looking at the information coming in from the National Weather Service, they are the ones in charge of the warnings. So they will issue the warnings, they will cancel the warnings, and the warnings will expire under their watch. And right now that warning is still ongoing, and it should cancel any minute now. But if you wake up on Tuesday morning and you have some damage in your area and you can safely do so, we would love to see your photos and share them. You can share them with us on various ways. We have that Near Me feature, which is on our WCNC app. You can also share them on our social media pages, or you can email them in. Which way is most convenient for you to do so. Just remember to be safe when you do them. If you see any down trees or power lines or power outages in your area in the mountains overnight. But this storm in Ashe County is continuing to show signs of weakening as the area of rotation has since weakened. So it is starting to regenerate some rain right now over Jefferson, as at least the rain was starting to weaken right now. But overall, this storm is collapsing. We'll continue to watch it to see if it shows any signs of redeveloping. But right now, that warning is on track to expire, and it has expired. So this tornado warning has since expired for Ashe County for tonight. So we're going to wrap things up here at WCNC Charlotte. Just keep in mind that we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 4 a.m. If you have a two-story home, perhaps stay on the bottom floor or the basement for tonight, just so you're closer to being in your safe place if you have to get there very quickly. I'll wrap things up here, and of course you can always use our WCNC app so you get that notification if there's a warning nearby, or you're in an area that's under a warning. That way you have multiple ways of being notified of severe weather, especially during the overnight hours. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll let you guys know if we have any other issues throughout the overnight.